Good evening, everyone. Good to see you tonight. Hopefully, everyone's doing well today. I just want to thank you guys for being here. My name is Bondar JR, Silver Wolf, Ron, and we're going to be playing some Dwarf Fortress tonight. Um, Mentioned before that the main reason I'm streaming, I want to get to being a charity streamer, so put in my application for the hot potato event that's coming up. So any of you don't know what the hot potato event is, it's a event where a series of streamers, they did one in November with RimWorld, and a series of streamers, 36 streamers, actually worked in November. They play RimWorld. So the first streamer starts the game off, plays for several hours, saves the game, passes it on, passes that save game on to the second streamer, and so forth. And the whole point is to raise money for, in the case of that one, it was for Doctors Without Borders. I believe the event that they're going to be doing in May is also for Doctors Without Borders, but very good cause. So hoping that they'll consider me for it. So that's one of the main reasons I started streaming. I could see I could do some real good in the world with raising some money for charities. So anyway, appreciate you guys being here again. Appreciate my lurkers. Always want to give a shout out to you guys, the ones who sit there and watch but never say anything. So I understand that. I've done the same myself with several streamers. So in order to kind of learn what's going on. So I did want to mention I poured everything to YouTube. After I'm done, I have started editing out the starting soon section. So you won't see that on the YouTube anymore. Apologize for leaving that in there before. I'm constantly watching my videos and learning how to do things better and trying to get better at it. But I'm really enjoying the streaming and really enjoying having you guys join me and actually learning new games. So, and the game we're learning now is actually, it's called Dwarf Fortress. So, and that's what the event in May is going to be about. So that's why I want to try and learn it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get over to their Dwarf Fortress, which this is the main Dwarf Fortress game. You guys are probably pretty familiar with by now. We're playing a game that we've been playing now. Let's see, I think about this is day 7. So yeah, we've been playing for 7 days now. The 6 days, I guess, technically with this village or this stronghold. We played another stronghold. We actually went through the tutorial. They set us up in that one in the evil biome, which I didn't think the tutorial would do. It's got a sick sense of humor. I guess there's still some bugs to work out with the tutorial. They set us up in the evil biome. So I was learning the game. Everything kept coming back to life for me when it died. Animals I killed, people that in my fortress. It was pretty intense. And so, but yeah, it was kind of interesting because we ended up making that through one day. And the second day, I think our yak bull died from starvation, and then he went wild and killed everybody in the fortress. So we restarted that one. We actually started a new one, generated a new world, and went ahead and build up from there. And this one's actually been going really well. Thanks to the help of my viewers. Wanted to give a shout out to Wild and Weird and Chax as well. They've all been very helpful. Hopefully we'll have some of them join us again tonight. So anyway, let me click on continue active game, which brings us into our save games. I'm going to go to the active save here. So I was doing some during the day while I'm working on my breaks. I kind of look up things, and so I was looking up a couple things trying to figure out what's going on with the game. And it turns out, I guess, adventure mode. I noticed adventure mode is actually disabled when you try to start a new game, and it's disabled. I didn't think anything of it because I literally just started playing the game, and turns out I guess it was on. But they're planning to roll out, I guess, the full adventure mode here in April. And so I guess a beta of adventure mode will happen on the 17th of April. And then I guess the full mode to anyone who hasn't already purchased Dwarf Fortress will go out after that for everyone else. So yeah, so with that said, I'm kind of looking forward to giving that a try. I guess with that one, you're kind of more like an RPG, and so you actually play a single character or a party of characters, I think they said. And so yeah, so we might actually focus on that in our stream and take a look at it. So some of the things we've got going on. So one of the major issues we have at the moment is we are out of storage space. So we are attempting to resolve our storage space issue, but because we keep mining, we keep just building, putting more stone and metal ores into our storage. So that's kind of causing part of the problem. We are having a real shortage on barrels, so that we have materials to brew more stuff. We sold a lot of our alcohol. We were up over 1,000. We sold a lot of the alcohol, which probably made my dwarves upset. But we're now trying to brew more. But we're out of storage again. So one of the things I want to try with this one, I desperately need to probably get some defenses set up. And so with that said, I was going to try some of that here. With going ahead and getting these, splitting out these storage, these stockpiles, and maybe taking the stone and metal and the smelter and the furnace and all those, and moving them down to a lower level where they'd be closer to the stone, be able to have it a little bit closer, and then just have all of those down there, and then just use this for maybe the probably store the ore down there, or excuse me, the bars down there as well, and kind of get that taken care of. Leave all the other crafting up here, the butchering, the fishery. I did do some research, so we've got a ton of fish. As you can see up here, we've got a ton of fish. Don't really understand that. They're not considered raw fish. I guess they're considered live fish, so they were fish that were actually captured. We bought them from the human trader, and so with that said, I think I'm going to try this extract from raw fish just to see if it actually does anything. They say it's a feature that really hasn't been implemented, but I don't know if I was looking at an old help file or any of that. So we're going to give that a try. We were making some wood barrels, but we have wood, and wood is easier. We're actually making iron barrels, which are very nice, but we're out of iron now. We're not. We're out of iron bars. We have the material to make iron bars, but we've went through all the iron that we had, so we're going to go ahead and try and get this straightened out. I also want to make, so my metalsmith here, it has, whoops, sorry, my metalsmith here has a steel anvil. So I actually wanted to make a steel anvil. Steel anvil. We're going to go ahead and put that in there. We do have some steel, so if I can make another steel anvil. I have an iron one, but I'd really prefer to make the metalsmith's forge with that. Metalsmith's forge is really where we're having our backups, as well as the smelter. So I think I'm going to build another smelter, and so we're going to go from there. So anyway, I did tell the stone ones to make rock blocks, so that should solve some of these. The issue is I don't, and I'm glad I thought of this. I do not want to make rock blocks with limestone, so I want to, yes, so I do not want to use limestone. We could use the chert, we could use the shale. So yeah, so I guess we set it to shale, so we'll go ahead and, oh, it says make chert blocks, so actually that worked. I thought I had set it to shale, but okay, it must have been on the other one. But yeah, that works. So we'll get that taken care of, kind of get that going, and go from there. And let's see, other than that, we're going to get started. And once it runs out of chert, then I guess it will let me know, and then we can go from there and do something else. I'm gonna put some bins up top. So what we're gonna do, like I said, I really do need to get some defenses going. I also, the other one I checked into was this honey badger. Turns out the honey badger is rotten already. I don't know how it went rotten so fast, but it is sitting out there on the ground. So we went ahead and I figured out that if you put a stockpile under one of these that's killed, then that'll help it to actually get harvested quicker, and that it's actually an automatic feature that will harvest it. So this one's a wren, which I think, I'm pretty sure that's a, pretty sure wren is a rodent, but I'm gonna go ahead and say all here and let it see if it'll pick it up. I'm gonna try and clean up, you know. Always like leaving the world a better place than when I started. So I don't know if that same would happen with the lungfish. So I think most of the lungfish are probably I don't know if they're rodents as well, but I have seen them around, so I'm going to go ahead and put that under there just to see. Whoops. Just to see. Of course, I clicked out of it before it was finalized. Oh, so now it's finalized. So yeah, so we'll throw those under there just to see if they get picked up, because that might solve our problem with that stuff. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of lungfish here. Another wren. We'll see if those go, if that works. Yeah, it looks like somebody, the cats, I guess, have been taking out all the lungfish, and so that's keeping us busy. So, and then, like I said, one of the other things I want to try and set up is some defenses. I don't know when it'll happen, but it probably will happen soon, where we're going to get attacked. So, there's another beehive. But, so yeah, so we'll go from there and see what's going on here. So we kind of got that going. As you see, some of these have already kind of tapered off. We have a match set of llamas, so they're actually making kids, which is pretty awesome. We only have one mule and one alpaca and one yak, so we're gonna have to try and get that taken care of here in the near future. Hopefully one of the traders will bring us some of those. Haven't quite figured out how to tame animals, if we were even to find them, but we don't seem to have a whole lot of that. We did kill an aardvark over here, which actually, and it looks like there's a copper bolt, which has not been picked up. Actually, there are several of them. So yeah, so hopefully they'll get picked up here pretty soon. Get our haulers over there to pick them up. Let's see. I want to see. They keep finding things to hunt. So here's some more iron bolts. They're not locked as well. So yeah, I think I did unlock all those, and those are pretty good. Yeah, we want to make sure we get those picked up. There was. So actually, here's some copper bolts here that are still locked. So yeah, so we have, one of the things we had is we kept running out of bolts, but now I think we know why. It's because they're not picking them back up again. I understand that's a feature, so that our haulers will not run into battle and pick up them. So, which kind of makes sense. But I would expect them to pick them up eventually. Unfortunately, none of them seem to ever be getting picked up. So it's a giant tortoise skeleton. So like in this case, it doesn't look like the giant tortoise ever even got picked up. So it just died here. So that was kind of interesting. But kind of looking around here, see what else is available. There's another one. Let's see. Yeah, so it looks like they hunted another one up here. Yeah, so it's no wonder I'm running out of bolts. So yeah, need to keep an eye on that going forward. Got some more fruit up here. I think I'm overloaded with fruit. So there's a termites. Leave them alone. Don't want to irritate them. There's bumblebees, which we don't need. So go up a little higher, see what's up here. Another honeybee one. So I think all of our hives are full. We don't need anything there. Kind of nice. One of the things I try to do at the beginning of each stream is kind of look over the situation, because once we get going, it doesn't quite. I seem to forget stuff and go on my own way for a while, and then next thing I know, everything's gone. So those are actually our cashew bolts. So I probably could have left those locked, but really do want them to get picked up as well. Pretty sure my guys will use the better ones, so that's not too bad. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and go back down here and get back to our starting location. So yeah, if we look here at our hives, we've got bees in all our hives, and these ones actually have honey and wax. Pretty sure we have some jugs. I'm gonna check my work orders and see. I don't have a jug thing in there anymore. So we're actually going to add back in, I think it's a stone, it's probably a craft dwarf one. We're going to say rock jug. And we don't want to make 10 of them. We want to make one. And we want to make one. Excuse me. We want to make one when the empty ones are less than 5. So it does show that that's going to be less than 5. And yeah, we don't need to worry about the non-economic hard rock, because it'll just say it can't build it if it can't. And we're going to check that daily. So that one's added in there now. We got our copper bolts, which I'm thinking based on what we see so far, I was looking. So one of the things I wanted to check is we have a ammo stockpile here, but I didn't check to see if we removed ammo from this one, which it probably looks like we did not. So I go here to ammo, so that means it's probably, oh nope, I did remove ammo actually. So looks like we only put bolts, so we're leaving the other ones which we're not using, so that's fine. But if I look at this one up here, it should only have ammo. Actually, it looks like it's got all ammo, so yeah, so I guess that's fine. When we look in here, you'll see that inside there is a bin. Actually, it doesn't really say what's in there, does it? So yeah. So we'll leave it that way. There's our bower. We could probably make some bows, but they're not going to give us much for those. So then I want to go down here and I want to see which level we want to put our workstations. So got some stuff here. This one's pretty well mined out, and we've got a whole lot of iron that still hasn't been mined out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mine this out. Go ahead and get this mined out so that we can get it completed and kind of build our metalsmith and our smelter and all those in here. So we'll get that taken care of. Put them close to the steps. We'll build a stockpile down here. Once those get taken care of, we'll go from there. What is this? So extract from raw fish and each unrotten extraction bearing fish item. So yeah, so I believe there's only one type of fish that you can extract from now. It's called a mog something. They're very rare. So yes, so that one was expected. So we'll go ahead and clear that one. The red tourmaline, I'm not sure where that is. Didn't select it. Brew drink from plant. We don't have any empty. There's a rock jug. Okay. Yeah, the red tourmaline is kind of there. So we're going to clear out this one, kind of get this all mined out. Make it a little more effective. Let's go here, 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 and here. So yeah, we can kind of work those out. Just get us kind of an area where we can build some workstations, build a stockpile, and we'll start putting stones and stuff in there. And we'll remove the stones from the other ones. Actually, let's go ahead and do this. Get that taken care of. So that way we can kind of get these taken care of. Then let's even this out. I don't know why the turkey's always running around down here, but power to them, I guess. Get this burnt out, and actually let's go ahead and get this mined out. One of the things I was worried about after some of the things I read today was about collapses, so I'm really kind of thinking I need to research that to see if collapses are a thing I really need to be concerned about. So, but so far so good. So rock jug was completed. So we'll get the jug, so when we have the royal jelly to actually take care of, we'll at least be able to get it. So we've got this, so then let's go ahead and make a stockpile. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make a stockpile here. We're going to go ahead and make it all the way down here since there's nothing there. We're going to say accept, and we're actually going to make this a stone stockpile. And I'm hoping that the stone covers everything. So when we say stone, that covers nuggets. Yep. So yes, so that'll work. It's got ores, economic, other stone, and clay. So we're going to go ahead and put all those in there. We're also going to put bars and blocks in here. All. Because we're making those out of stone, so we want those here. And that should be it. Should we put the gems? No, we'll put the gems in the other one. So we'll leave that one. All right, so we're going to do that. So hopefully that'll kind of get these set up. And then I'm going to build a smelter. So I want to find the smelter. So furnaces, we want another smelter. And I'm going to put the smelter over here. So we have some room to expand. I'm going to go ahead and let's make it out of... let's make it out of... Oops. Let's go ahead and make it out of shale. We got a lot of shale. So yeah, I scrolled down by accident. And then we're also... I don't think we can leave the furnace upstairs, because we only need the furnace in the event that we have some other issues. So we'll go ahead and get this built. Then we're going to put the metal workers one, the metalsmith down here as well. So cancels brew drink from plant, cancels brew drink from plant. Yeah, so once we get those stones out of there, hopefully that'll help clear up some of our issue with what we got going on now. So let me do this. We're going to select this stockpile. We're going to draw it. And we're actually going to say add this. Okay. And then we're going to say add this. Accept. So we've got a lot of stuff that's already in there. Oh, now the one thing we didn't do, we want to go back up. And we want to remove stone from this one. So this one isn't, is this one custom? Yes. So we're going to remove stone from it. We're going to say none. And we're going to say bars and blocks, none. So that should move them down to the other one. So we'll start getting that taken care of. Here at our smelter, oops. Here at our smelter, we're making steel bars, which we really don't want to make. We want to smelt the limonite ore, want to get that taken care of. And we want to make coke, yes, so that's good. So we've got a few steel bars there. iron bars. We're making iron bars. That's good. Started raining, so we get rid of that. Pig iron limonite has been completed. Cancel these empty food storage item. We're going to get rid of that since we already scoured that. So if we gone ahead and get these taken care of. So did we make the anvil? We did make the anvil. There's an iron anvil. There's a steel anvil. So we can go ahead and make metalsmith. So I'm going to go ahead and put that metalsmith right here. Workshop. Metalsmith. Put it right here. We're going to use this steel anvil. And we're going to make it out of shale since we got all kinds of shale. Get that going. The nice thing about that, oh, it's saving. Oh, I actually did change the save settings. So actually, I don't know if you guys know, Blind IRL is a streamer. It's actually one of the Halcyon team members. He streams Dwarf Fortress, kind of an expert. I'd claim him to be an expert. He probably won't claim himself to be an expert, but I claim him to be an expert on Dwarf Fortress. So watching a couple of his videos today and learned some new settings that I wanted to make. So change some of my settings for the game to be able to accommodate a few more things. So that was kind of nice. So go ahead and try and even some of this out. So, what's the water coming from? Well, that's weird. Water come from? There is water down here, but oh, maybe these fell down there and splashed back up. Maybe that was it. Yeah, I dug these out, but I didn't actually get it taken care of. So it looks like there's actually a lake down here. So, which is one I was thinking I might be able to load those fish in there and then go fishing in there. But that's a whole different topic we're going to have to figure out. So, I want to get our thing here straightened out so we can actually get this taken care of. So there's one of our bins. So that's good. We'll probably start moving the bars and stuff down here. We are smelting limonite ore down here. We are actually mining. So forging iron barrels, forging copper bolts. So this is working out pretty good. So since we've got some extra forges going now, we can get that kind of stuff done. So hopefully that'll speed things up a little bit. The limonite, once we get done with the limonite, hopefully, rock chug, steel bars, copper bolts, okay. Dry season has come. All right, dry season has come. All right, so let's go ahead and pause. To go up here, because one of the things I'm wondering is I'm making these copper bolts. I really like to know. So there we go. So yeah, we've got a lot of iron bolts. We've got copper bolts. We've got, so I think I'm going to stop the copper bolts. And we've got copper, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the copper bolts one. I think we're good there. Steel bars is great, but I really want to get to where we're doing our limonite, and then let me add in here our smelter. We want to what is it? Tetrahedrite, right? Tetrahedrite. Of course, when I'm looking for it, magnetite. All right, so we want to start getting the magnetite taken care of. So let's go to orders. And let's add in magnetite. So we want to go down here to smelter, magnetite, MAGE. There it is, magnetite ore. And that's 10. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and do 10? If we want not a one-time order, we want, if the iron bars, we don't care how many iron bars we have. We want the amount of magnetite to be greater than 10, and we want the refined coal to be greater. Actually, we want it to be greater than 10. Yep, so that's good, because we always want to be able to make some more coal if we need it. So we don't want to cut ourselves short. So we'll go ahead and make that. Rock jugs should be finished, right? Not satisfied. Okay, so I don't think we've collected any more royal honey, so that should get us through there. So we've got that going on. I'm thinking we could probably build a stoneworker shop up there too as well. So we're doing the chert blocks, so those are going to be moved upstairs. So let me go ahead and go down here and add a stoneworker shop. Oops. I just did a flyby. Okay, they haven't dug this out yet. Not sure why. My miners must be busy with other things. So this is an exceptional iron bin. Well, that's mighty awesome. Love it. Got a lot of rodents down here, so but I'm thinking the cats will take care of that. So since we've only got rocks down here, that shouldn't be a problem. So really need some more bins down here. Did I kill the bins? Nope. Make iron bin. Make iron door. We drink from plant. Alright, so those should all be good. So yeah, hopefully we're getting these taken care of. Forge iron barrel, that's good. Copper bolts, iron barrel, iron bars, so good there. We'll keep those going. So brew drink from plant, excellent. We're filling the barrels up faster than we can make them. So, which I don't know. I guess that's a good thing for the dwarves. So we just got an alert, which is most likely the event that says the dwarves are coming. So let me see, a caravan. Yep. So let's go ahead and go to that. And it looks like they're going to come on the map here in just a second. Or maybe they already did. Everything in this game, yep, there they are. Everything in this game moves so fast. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move goods. Alright, so the anvil, I guess we could sell the iron anvil. So once again, our broker seems he doesn't... Actually, no, he does, because it's telling us it's worth 100. Okay, so we'll sell the iron anvil. We're not going to sell... We can actually sell some of our drinks. We've got 343 drinks, so that's 150. Wow, these are... And it's actually saying estimated. Now, maybe that's because it's got stuff in it. Dwarven wine. So actually, these are worth a lot more than these guys. So we're going to go ahead and bring up some of these. Actually, you know what? I don't want to give it to them in the iron ones. I've got regular barrels. So there we go. So if we go close out the iron barrel. So here's a cheese barrel. I don't want to give them. There's my fish barrel. I wonder if I could sell them the fish. So actually the reason they're so expensive is because they're in the iron barrels, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, so let's take, this is wine, rendered fat, no, we got pickleberry wine, hard wheat, merlot, fisherberry wine. Okay, so radish wine. They can make wine out of anything. So yeah, they can make wine out of anything. Of course, the radish wine, actually, the radish wine is actually pretty expensive. So, potato wine, pig milk, dwarven wine, turnip wine, yeah. So yeah, so let me go ahead and bring these up. I may not sell them all, because I get better. But yeah, we'll go ahead and bring those up. Bars. I'm not going to bring any bars up. Beds. Bins. Finished good bin. We got those platinum goblets, which we could bring up. Oops. Yeah, I just want to bring this up. Alright. Bar block bin, bar block bin. Leave those. Finished goods bin. It's got platinum goblets. Weapon bin. Gem bin. Bar block bin. Actually, now that I think about it, they said they would give us top dollar for blocks. So let's do these. Actually, let's make sure that they actually do have blocks in them first. So this is the problem with the trader, is we actually get so many. It makes it hard to figure out. So these are all blocks, so that's good. So we'll take that. All right. And these are blocks but bars, so we'll go ahead and take those. And these are blocks. 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 Those are blocks. So there are no blocks in that one. There are blocks in that one. Finished good bin we already had. Weapon bin, bar block bin. So these are all bars. So we're going to leave that. Alright. So these are all... There's a couple blocks in there, but we'll leave that one. Oops. So those are blocks. Cloth, those are blocks. Finished goods bin. Yeah, we're not going to take those. Yep, we're going to leave those. Leather bin, we don't need. Bar blocks. Mostly bars, all bars. Bars. Gem. Bars. A lot of bars. Right, and couple blocks in there, but we'll leave that one. So actually there's our blocks, and we want to take all our blocks. Yeah, they're not gonna take those. Cages, we'll say cloth. I don't think they're get rid of our cloth. Cut gems we'll leave. Doors we'll leave. Floodgates, that's a special one. Goblets, we're going to take our mugs. Take those. Stones, thread, tools. So I think we're good. So let's go ahead and get those kind of hauled up here. 86 items. And let's see how we get. So a stray dog has given birth to puppies. I think we really need to fix that guy. So I'm your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss the situation. There's much to share. Information added. All right, next year's caravan. Don't need to request anything special. Please consider import agreements. Let's discuss what we're willing to offer crafters. I need ash. 191%. Alright, so we don't have any ash now, but we can make ash for next year, so we'll look into that. Puppies. Iron barrel. Okay. We're going to haul all this stuff up here. 76 items. We'll let them all get hauled up here. While that's happening, we'll get everything up here fixed. Alright, caravan, yep, we can get rid of that one. There, pulling stuff up. Looks like we've got something there. Got a couple cages, so I'm going to check those out. Alright, we're waiting on 2 items. Alright, so we're going to trade. Alright, so it's got silver bars, red bars, rose gold bars. Oh, those are interesting. Alright, so they said they want blocks, so we're going to sell all our blocks. Alright. So let's close that. We're going to sell all our goblets. We'll save the barrels for now. We'll save these, so we're going to add our blocks here. It says they'll give us top dollar for the blocks, so... which I'm not sure if they're actually giving us top dollar for the blocks or not, but we'll see. I don't really want to sell the bins. Alright, avocado wood blocks. I think I could probably bring that stuff up without... whoops. Without the stuff, so papaya wood blocks. So said they'd give us, I want to say like 180%. Oops. So there's the church, cashew, church. Alright. Oh. So we'll empty out some of our bins at least. We can always make more blocks. A lot of blocks. That's kind of weird because I'm not really sure if they're giving us 180% or not, so. No way to hold them accountable. So, oh yeah. Cashew wood cup. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. Leave the jug. Papaya wood cup. Shale jug. Cashew wood cup. Shale mug. Alright. Shale mug. Codex. Still haven't really figured out what those codexes are for. Blind actually mentioned them in one of his things today, but he really didn't say what they were for, so that'll be one I'll have to search for tomorrow. So that gives 1460, and they're already over on wing. Okay, so let's see what they got. Fire clay. Don't have any clay. I don't know what a stibbin is. Don't know what an ortist is. Mini forges. What's a mini forge? Alright, so we've got a donkey, we got a billy goat, and we got a rabbit. Alright, so let's take all of those. Steel warhammer, iron spear. We got picks. Leather armor. We got some armor. I think we can make armor. Those are expensive. Copper helm. We don't have any helms. Gloves. Sandbag with spider silk. Dwarven sugar. That's interesting. I don't know what dwarven sugar is. White sand, cow leather. Billion amulet. We don't need those. Silver bolts, iron bolts, bronze bolts. Large steel anvil. Prepared giant white stork intestine. Okay, so we got all this meat, which we could probably take. We've got these fish. I don't think I'm gonna take those because I'm not sure. We want the plump helmets. We want the onions. We want the caper berries. Iron chain leggings. Let's take those. Quivers. We got a bunch of cheese. We got splints, pedestals. Actually, we could use a pedestal. Cases. I don't know what a Ungan body is. So here's another codex. So it still seems like I'm giving them more than enough. So they are under that. So let's see about the rose gold. The rose gold actually puts me over. So, all right. It looks like there's only one, so I don't know if that really does me a whole lot of good. So, let's see what else they've got. It's still profitable. That'll put me under. That put me under. Yeah. So that still says that it's profitable. So let's go ahead and say trade. And that should take care of that. So pleased with the trading. Thanks for the business. Alright, so we'll go ahead and exit out of here. We can tell that no traders needed, so that way they'll go ahead and haul this stuff back down, I hope. And hopefully that'll get us going where we need to go, so. But we'll see. I didn't check. So look, it put a bin in here. So it put a bin in here, and it actually made this a stockpile. So it looks like it did take the lungfish. Let me see if it took the wren. I don't remember where the wren was. There's one wren. It'll have a stockpile, so. Yep, it took the wren. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to kill these stockpiles so that we'll move those bins back down, because that wasn't what we wanted to accomplish. So we'll need to tell it to not use bins or barrels in those stockpiles. So, but yes, it does look like we can get these things harvested if we put a stockpile under them. So, and actually I want to make sure this is not rotten. Yep, so let's go ahead and put a stockpile under this guy. Except all, and we're going to say no bins, no wheelbarrows. Alright, done. Alright, and then up here we've got these ones. So this one is, whoops, so this one is lungfish remains, lungfish remain, lungfish remain, lungfish remain. So let's go ahead and, yeah, we probably just want to make individual ones. I was thinking we could do one big one, but don't want that. Get these all cleaned up. So then we'll say accept. We're going to say all. We're going to say no barrels, No barrels, no bins, no wheelbarrows. Done. All right. So hopefully we get those cleaned up. So hopefully they're hauling that stuff downstairs. Oh, here was one. Huge stockpile. I'm going to go ahead and add another one to it. There we go. So, these guys. We got lungfish in stockpiles here, but they're not picking them up. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to haul here, so probably won't go that route. So, but yep. So we'll have to see how that goes. So, hey, Policy of Madness, how are you? Actually, it's going pretty well. I'm pretty excited. We're making some real progress, which is kind of nice. So, thanks for joining. Really appreciate having you here. So, any suggestions you can give would always appreciate. So yeah, see, I'm running close to that as well. So I've got 11 o'clock here, so just about 11 o'clock. So yeah, I work for a living as well, and so this is about the only time I can do my streaming. So that's why I'm kind of taking care of it now. So I want that to go to trash. I don't know why that was set for trash, but yeah, no, I appreciate you joining. I'm still learning the Dwarf Fortress, so any suggestions you have would always welcome. So, iron bin, stray dog, stray cat, stray llama. All right. We just did a trade with the dwarves. Sure. So yeah, it's unfortunately it's probably not the prettiest fort. So here we have up on the surface, and let me pause it here. Here up on the surface, we've got our pasture, where we have our donkey and our llamas and our baby llamas and our yak. Actually, now that I think about it, doesn't look like the yak is in the pasture. Yeah, he's in the pasture. Okay, good. And then we also have alpaca. We just bought from the dwarves. Yeah, I like the llamas too. And actually, since it's a match set, it's really the only one we have that's kind of breeding at the moment. But we did just buy a new donkey. So actually, we bought a donkey. This is a mule, so that probably isn't going to work. But the trying to get some match sets so we can breed them. So they can also, I can use their fur as thread once I figure out how to do that. So then we've got honeybees here. So we've got it set up so that 5 of the hives will always stay there, not be harvested, and then the other 5 will be harvested, because every time it harvested, it kills the bees, and then you need the other 5. So yeah, and I'm harvesting a lot of wool, but I haven't really built a whole lot of clothes. That's one of the things I haven't quite got to yet. I got a loom going, but I'm not sure it's going the way it needs to be. So our wood stockpile's up here, our trade depot's up here. We go down to the next level. We've got our small farm, which is actually working out pretty good. We got no seeds for that, so I'm going to switch this to pigtails. And we'll probably have some plump helmet seeds after that, so we'll just wait on that. So we've got plump helmets in these and plump helmets in these, so that's working out all right. So it's actually 3, so I've got 3 of them here side by side so that I can kind of control it a little better. But we this is our main stockpile, so this is our first level, and this is where I have all my it's where I have right now all of my workstations, and I'm starting to fix that. But this is my main stockpile, and as you can see, it's pretty full. So I've started separating things out. You'll see when we get a little lower where we separate it out. But we have a ton of drinks. Actually, we just sold a whole bunch of drinks. And we sold a whole bunch to the humans, so they're probably going to be super drunk. But yeah, we had so many drinks. We got a lot of food, so we're doing really well there. But from that perspective, we're trying to get these stockpiles sorted out. So, but here's all our workstations, our farm plot. This is our seed storage and our ammo storage right by the door. And so then when we go down to the next level, this is where we have our bedrooms, our tavern and dining room, and our bedrooms, which so far we've got 21 pop. And so the bedrooms are there. Here's our temple. Also built some of this out to be able to expand it further if I need more bedrooms. As of now, I still got, I think, I don't know, 5 or 6 bedrooms that are still not even being used. So that's kind of working out. And then when we go down to our next level, this is just one where we actually started building out. This was a level right before we hit the aquifer. And so here we've actually built a well to be able to pull our water, because the level below it is where the aquifer is. It was actually just one level aquifer, but we dug this out so that it could fill up and fill our well. And so that kind of worked out pretty good. So yeah, if we go down here, here's where we built the stairway through and cut through the aquifer. It was only one level. As you can see, it wasn't quite perfect. We kind of screwed a couple things up there. Then we went down further to get down to the final stones. So we're down here, and these I need to dig out a little bit, but we came down here, we found some nice stone, and we dug those out. Went down levels further, found some iron, dug that out. And then this is the level where we've actually started to build out our stone working and our smelting and all of that. So I built another storage area or stockpile down here to store all the stone, and then built these up so that they can start doing that. Once these get going, I will probably destroy the workstations up on the top and use those to kind of go. I've had these set up to mine for a while to try and even out some of the space here, but my miners seem to be busy with other stuff. And so then we went down another level because we wanted to keep going down, get to the really good stuff. And this is where we found the limestone, which got us our flux. And then we went down further. These are all just mined out. And then we hit an underground lake. And so the lake is only on this side, but once I dug it out, we got busy with the trader. I think that's when the humans came. And when the humans came, then this all filled up with water. So I'm going to have to figure out another one. So yeah, so no, I'm planning on moving down to the stone. I'll keep the growing area up top, but I want to move down to the stone. I'm not sure if I'll move the bedrooms or not. Possibly. I kind of built those out, but I'm always having better ideas on how I should have designed it. So yeah, with that said, that's kind of where we're at. But this is as far as we got depth-wise. Once we hit this lake, I was going to go ahead and seal it off, and then we got busy with a trader, and the next thing I know, it's all full. So I'm going to have to do something different with it in order to move the water and be able to build some walls in here. But it looks like the lake is actually on this side, headed this way to the west. But we'll figure that out eventually. So yeah, it's actually worked out pretty good. We're in the second year, and actually we're right at the end of the second year. This is autumn, so the dwarves just came. That was the trader that we just traded with, was the dwarves. So yeah, they just came. So with that said, it's going to be winter again soon. Our last winter was pretty easy. The one thing we really don't have is we don't have any defenses, so we want to kind of get that taken care of. We've got a river here to the east of us, which is kind of nice. And so that kind of cuts off anything from that side. I've been thinking about building a bridge, but as long as I don't have a bridge, then I don't have to worry about anybody coming from that way. But yeah, we've got our bees going, which I was one that I wanted to get kind of going, trying to get our animal stuff going. The stray llama, how do you get out there? So I think what happened is one of my llamas grew up, and since I don't have him assigned, no, he's in the pen. I was gonna say, since I don't have him assigned to the pen, he's probably gonna. So yeah, we're not hurting for food. Yeah, so not hurting for food at all. Okay, I never thought of that. Okay, I was wondering about that. So yeah, so I wasn't sure. I thought you had to build towards the top, so at least they got some heat from the sun. But yeah, if I can do the muddy stuff, then that'll work. So yeah, I'll move that down further, because I don't know that. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm not getting a very good crop from my plump helmets, but it's kept us in drink. Like I said, we sold a ton of drink to the humans. I'm not sure how they got home, to be honest. They would have been really drunk. And but that was how we got rid of it. Unfortunately, I wanted to sell some to the elves, but the majority of our drinks were in wooden barrels, so the elves wouldn't buy it. So that was interesting. So yeah, so learning as we go. So yeah, I'm going to actually, since it looks like I have do my pasture here. I think I haven't figured out exactly how to get the animals out of the cages. So I deliver them to the pen, and then that goes kind of gets them up there, and then that gets them out, and then if they don't belong in the pen, then I just release them from the pen. So that kind of works. So, but I'm going to go ahead and deliver those animals I just bought and get them in there. I think that worked. Let me see. Yes. So yeah, it's moving them there now. So no heat needed. You just need to wet some stone and let the water dry. After it dries, leaves piles of mud. Okay. Oh, excellent. So yeah, we'll definitely try that. Yeah, so that does sound like a good idea. I didn't realize that was that easy. So yeah, so that was one of those we're kind of learning as we go. But yeah, I'll get that done. I was thinking that I had to keep the farms up at the top, so that's actually helped. But yeah, I was noticing that I really wasn't getting as much out of it as I really thought I should. So I was kind of looking forward to figuring that out. So it was one of the things lower down on the list. We've had a lot of trouble. Our hunters haven't been hunting very well. The only thing we had was giant tortoises, which kept beating them up, and so I think we finally got that solved. I was trying to figure out how to get these animals that are killed by others harvested. So I'm gonna actually do a paint. Actually, can I do that? Can I remove it that way? Yep. Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to get these picked up and harvested, so. Okay, yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, once we get there, that'd be great. So, these are lungfish, which are, I don't think they're a rodent, but they're something that can be harvested. So, my hunters are not having a whole lot of luck. My fishermen haven't been having a whole lot of luck. I do have a ton of fish, but they're live fish. I bought them from the humans. And so, yeah, I have those down here on this other level, but they're, the butcher shop is working now that I've put these stockpile zones under these. That's causing them to actually get butchered. So that's kind of nice. So, yeah, if we look down here at the butcher, it's actually, well, maybe not. Aardvark stuff got butchered, but yeah, the, supposedly, once it has something that's butcherable, it'll add the task in there automatically. The fish one, every time I try to add in here to prepare raw fish, it just cancels it because it says that there is no raw fish. So, forge barrel completed, good. Forge jug completed. So, of course, it didn't do it this time. Maybe because nobody's gone there yet, so they're too busy hauling stuff. So. Right. So yeah. So I think what I'm hoping is that it'll eventually make them into meals. So yeah. So with that said, they're already ready as long as they don't go bad. The problem is I have so many meals. I'm not making hardly any meals. So yeah. But the in order to get regular meat, none of those things are being harvested. So I was trying to at least clean up the upper part as well as get those harvested, just so I could figure out how to do it. We had a honey badger that the human merchants killed, and it ended up going rotten before we figured it out. But that's what I read today, was that you could put it in there. So yeah. So that was kind of my thing. We were kind of hoping. So one of the things we've done is we've sold an awful lot to the humans. We didn't sell a whole lot to the elves because everything we had was wooden. But we sold a lot to the humans. We've sold a lot to the dwarves. This is our second time with the dwarves. And it really hasn't attracted a whole lot of migrants, which they said, the richer you show yourself, the more migrants attract, and it really hasn't quite worked out that way. So I've been kind of disappointed in that. So actually, it looks like what it did is all it did was hauled his lungfish in here, so which I really didn't want. So that was kind of the opposite of what we were going for. So. So they hold just as much as wooden barrels, but have several advantages. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, the problem was, so for the very beginning, I didn't have any rock. And so I wasn't able to make a whole lot of rock. I actually got metal before I got the rocks, but that is a good one I can start. I was going to actually put another one down there. So I'm making rock blocks now. One of the things the dwarves told us what they would pay us top dollar for blocks, but you know, they gave us nine stuff a block, so you can trade them to the elves. Okay, and more importantly, if you play long-term forge, they don't produce. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm actually making iron barrels because I can sell those to the elves, where the wooden barrels I couldn't sell the elves, but I guess I could do stone barrels as well. But the iron barrels seem to be worth a lot, so yeah. Yeah, and that makes sense. But and again, they're not going to be as heavy as the iron stuff. So, and I really don't want to waste my iron from that. Yeah. So yeah. So we'll look at doing that. So let me see. Can I make? I can't make stone barrels, but you said I can make stone pots. So a stone pot. Rock. Is it a quern? Maybe it's in the crafter one. That's the other thing, is that a lot of the rock stuff is in the crafter one. Rock pot. Yeah. So I can make rock pots here. So yeah, so what we might do is we may switch the barrels over, because I definitely don't want to make any more iron barrels if I can help it. It's wasting my iron on iron. So I'm going to get rid of that one, and instead we'll do this to the Craft Dwarfs Workshop, and we'll say rock pots. There we go. And in that case, we will do, I think we're doing 5 at a time for the others, so let's do that. And if they're empty rock pots, it's less than 5. And yeah, we'll probably, the non-economic hard rock is fine, so if it's not there, it'll just cancel it. So yeah, and so that's what I do. I have a craft dwarf shop. I've got all the shops. I think the only one I don't have is a tanner shop, but I've got all the shops. The jewelers are making gems. Loom is actually, I think, processing thread into cloth. We've got the farmers one down here processing plants, so that's working out. So okay, so you can just kind of, so okay, so how do you control that then? Because that's the only way I've really seen how to do it, is to, like in this case, it'll make it out of any rock, I guess, but is there a way for me to just say make pots? I guess then it might make them out of metal, though. I don't want that. So if you put a condition on your input materials, the work order may fail slightly. You can find yourself in a pickle without knowing. Yeah. Well, and so that's the thing. They're notifying me up here when they fail, which is kind of nice, but yeah, I appreciate the help. So, because it does seem like I'm putting a whole lot of things here for this, so which is kind of a grind. So, and so yeah, rock jugs, I got those going on. I'll make sure I don't run out of rocks. Yeah, so let's actually cancel the blocks. So let's say I want to maintain 500 drinks. I put a worker on and perform 10 brew orders when my drinks fall below. Yep. Yeah, and so I have those. And actually, I just said brew whatever drinks I have. So Because the drinks never go bad, right? So, now I think the food will go bad. But that's another one. I don't know if it'll tell me when it goes bad, so. Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I was doing that. So where I got into that habit was primarily from when I was making the steel, because I wanted to make sure I didn't run out of coal. So, but yeah, you're right. That probably doesn't make any difference here. Yeah. So for the brew plants from drinks, I'm not doing that. And brew drinks from plants. I used to have a brew drinks from fruit. I don't know where that one went. Maybe I finally got rid of it. I think I used up all my fruit. The other problem we have is we don't have enough barrels. So now, will it put the drinks in pots as well? Yeah. So I am getting the failure notices here. But you're right. I think if it fails because of one of the conditions, it won't. So yeah. So I'll set up those pots. Maybe I'll actually put this to 10. Because in that way we can always try and stay ahead of the pots. But yeah, so the empty ones, I want to make sure. I don't want to. So one of the other problems I had is in the. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so one of the other problems I had was in the beginning, I built barrels. I just told it to build unlimited barrels, and my stockpile was full of barrels, and I didn't have anywhere to put anything else. So that's where these conditions came from. Was mostly just to make sure once I don't have enough to build some more. And so the jugs are used for the royal jelly that's coming from the bees, so they're in there. And so yeah, so let me look at these and see. Because one of the things I don't do is I don't have anything on here about drinks. I just brew everything I have since the drinks never go bad. But like the lavish meals, I don't have anything. I actually say if the unprepared meals is less than 100, unrotten cookable items is greater than 10. Yeah, so I probably don't need any of that stuff. And actually, I don't know why this one's working because since it's not less than 100 unless they've gone rotten. So amount of unrotten prepared meals. It's less than 100. So that says that it is less than 100. So maybe we've got a bunch of rotten meals. So yeah, I was doing that, but the problem with those is you got to do them one at a time. Yeah, so the problem with those is you got to do them one at a time, or you got to let's see, prepared meals. So yeah, it says 178. So yeah, so that food is probably all my meat and everything else that they could eat raw. So we do not have any raw fish. But yeah, so there's 178. But like I said, if they're rotten, none of these say rotten. Would they say rotten? Pretty sure they would say rotten, right? But yeah, so from those we kind of, it says I have 178, but when I look here, it says if unrotten prepared meals is less than 100, which it says it is. So okay, yeah, and that's what I figured. I wanted to try and also make anything in the meals. And maybe I ought to move that up to 200. But I wanted to make that. I wanted to prepare anything in the meal so that it doesn't go bad. So I didn't want the food to get rotten. Now they're in barrels, so they probably will last longer. But I'll switch everything over to jugs. So. Yeah, and that's what I thought. Now I do know that the prepared meals they can go bad, right? Because I think I heard that, and that's what that work order implies is that Food goes bad, doesn't go bad under the same condition. Cooking stats. Okay, so yeah, so in this case it says unrotten prepared meals. Actually, let me go ahead and change this. So if I say 50, no, it says I still don't have 50 unrotten prepared meals. The amount of unrotten prepared meals available is less than 50. So it's saying I don't have 50 meals that aren't rotten, right? I think that's the way I mean it. A food stockpile prevents rotting. Food should be in pots or barrels whenever possible. Protected food. Okay, so I can probably switch these and make a food stockpile rather than an all stockpile. So, okay. Yeah, the cats have been doing a great job. I've got a ton of cats, ton of dogs. We even got a wolf running around. One of the names I go by is Silver Wolf. So we had to buy the wolf from the elves. So, but yeah, so that's working out. But this is the one I don't get. Is it saying that I don't even have 50 meals? So, hey, thanks for following. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly how that's working because when I look at it, it doesn't say. I want to say 200 here, so let's change that back to 200. But when I look at it, it doesn't say whether they're rotten or not. So yeah, so that when I look at my prepared meals, it just says, oops, that didn't work. Always trying to find a way to skip down the stuff quickly. But yeah, when I do the prepared meals, none of them say rotten. So, but yeah, I'll actually create a pasture there on my stockpile. But one of the things I can do is kind of cut this stockpile down and make a food stockpile. Should I put the drinks in with the food stockpile? Because that would be interesting. I don't know why they haven't hauled this donkey yet. I do. It's up top. So, and it's not very big, but they're not really putting anything in it, unfortunately. It's one that, this one right here, it doesn't seem like it ever gets anything in it. So, but like this, the lungfish, that probably just landed there by accident. But so there's a couple things that they actually hauled there that I marked as trash. So, okay, so drinks and food should go together. The refuse net should naturally attract all rotten food. So if you don't see food in it, you don't. Okay, so that's good to know. But that's where it's weird. When I look at my orders here, if I go to lavish meal and I go to this one, if I change this to 50, it says amount of unrotten prepared meals available is less than 50. So, oh, okay. So then maybe, okay. So then maybe, okay. So then let me do garbage stockpile. Okay, I got you. All right. So that is a zone. So yeah, let me go ahead and make a stockpile for garbage because maybe that's where my problem is coming in, is I'm not seeing that. So let's go ahead and we'll throw that up here too. Just keep it outside. I'm gonna say we want to accept. And I don't see garbage on a refuge. There we go. All right. So that'll work. That'll take care of that. So, okay. So yeah, so is the garbage stockpile better than the refuge, the garbage zone? Because I could just get rid of the zone if that's the case. So. Because, yeah, the zone probably isn't doing what I need it to do, so. Which would kind of make sense, so. Okay, so yeah, so I'll go ahead and leave that in there, so. But yeah, so thanks for that, because that might explain why I really do have bad food, but it's still being kept with the good food, so. But yeah, I'll go down there and actually start getting that straightened out. Because what I can do is I can separate these into different stockpiles. So, because that would be nice. So one thing I couldn't figure out is how to shrink a stockpile. So for instance, wanted to shrink this stockpile. So if I just wanted to shrink it by 1, that doesn't work. So you can set the garbage flag on literally anything in your drawers will carry it to the garbage dump. You can do this with stone. For instance, your drawers will hold a stone to the garbage dump. The garbage dumps don't degrade anything or decay anything. Okay. Yeah, and that's kind of what I've done. I've tried to do with like these rodents is I've tried to label them as garbage so that they get hauled away, but they never seem to get hauled away. So because the cats are just killing things everywhere. So but it'd be nice to get these cleaned up. So nope, I don't want to put that in the garbage. I want to put this in the garbage. So yeah, refuge stockpiles are stockpiles. They attract unwanted and rotting items in your drawers. Fill it like any other stockpile. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll have to. So that'll work. There's magnesite. We went to lizard. All right. So yeah, the cats have been doing a great job. So, but okay. So that's probably what's happening here. Is I have remains in here somewhere. So, oops, keep doing that. Refuge corpses. So I have those turned off. Okay. Yeah, so that's what that is. So then what I do here, let's go back up to that. So that one doesn't have it in there. If I go up here and check this one as refuge. So I put all refuge in there, but I probably don't want everything. So I don't want body parts in there. None. I probably don't want skulls or bones, because bones I want to actually do stuff with. Shells. Oh, so I do want everything? Okay. Alright. Okay, yeah, so in this case it's showing here, so they're going to be prepared meals is going to be down here, so yeah, prepared meals. So that should move that stuff, okay? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Is because I'm actually using those for building. And so, yeah, so that's what I was thinking. So we want to take out teeth, right? We want to take out teeth and shells and bones and skulls. Shells, skulls, teeth, horns, and wood. And wool, right. There we go. Body parts, I guess we can kind of leave those there. So, okay, cool. So yeah, so that'll actually throw those in there. So that's good. So that'll hopefully clean that stuff up. So, okay. Go to item types. Remains is not at the top, which is kind of weird. Remains is down here. So they've got it all alphabetical. So, but yeah, it is in there. So, but this will actually take care of any that I have that are, yes, they're constantly making changes. So, keeping us on our toes. So, but yeah, so that'll be cool. So that'll actually get that stuff out of there and actually hopefully let me know if there is a problem. Go ahead and harvest that so it doesn't get trampled. There's liable to be a lot of stuff that goes in there. So yeah, and it kind of makes sense that it would be at the top so that you could select that one and only that one pretty quickly. So they still didn't. There's my donkey. All right, so we're good there. And keep an eye on here. I had a first one, so the very first Dwarf Fortress I played. Okay. So what do we want to check in here? For the lavish meals. So that says not satisfied for the next check. Okay, so that's good. So that means that we don't have less than 50. So let's go ahead and change it. So let's say 100. It does say that that is satisfied. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and leave it there. So it's under labor. Okay, so under labor. All right. And what do we want to check here? Standing orders. Okay, automatically weave thread, use any claw, slaughter any marked animal. So now we want to slaughter. Automatic collect wet, automatic butcher car, automatic clean fish, automate kitchen, automate tannery. Okay. Hauling, workers gather animals, worker gathers food, worker gathers food, refuge and dumping. Workers gather refuge, workers ignore outdoor refuge. Workers ignore outdoor vermin remains. Workers save corpses, workers save shells, workers save bones, shells, skin, hair, wool, other objects. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. At least I think that's how I want it. Yeah, the problem is since we didn't have a place for the refuge to go, it was just sitting in the regular stockpile. So hopefully this will get everything kind of taken care of. So yeah, these guys are going. And actually, yeah, they're doing refuge hauling. So milking, feed patient prisoner. So milking, that's actually good. Didn't realize they were doing that. So children do chores. I've got several children. So. And announce some job cancellation. Everybody harvest. Mix similar foods in barrels. Prefer zones for water drinking. Prefer zones for fishing. Got that. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a couple that are about ready to grow up. So my cat gave birth to more kittens. I've got a ton of kittens. Just a ton. In fact, I probably need to start looking at them to see how we stop that from happening. Because we've got ton of kittens, ton of puppies. So, and then we've got some that have become pets. So that's kind of interesting. So there's a standing trope in DF that children are just waste of food and booze, but they are amazing for morale. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. They don't use a bedroom, so that was kind of nice, which I had enough for them, but they didn't use a bedroom, so that kind of worked out. And then they didn't, like I said, they do eat food, but I've got a ton of food. I don't know that they're drinking, but they might be. They're dwarves, so they probably are. So, let's see, the llama, alpaca, billy goat. Yeah, so I'm getting one of each from these guys. One nice thing about the elves is they will. So yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. Yeah, so I've got a lot of extra bedrooms, so I'm kind of ready for that. I was trying to get them so they were the nicest they could be, but it really didn't seem to matter. I did have, so as I was saying, I did start a different one. So I actually did a tutorial for my first one, and it started me in the evil biome. And so every animal we killed came back to life and started attacking us. And all the plants were dead. It was really strange, and I couldn't figure out why. And so, yeah. And so then I didn't, for some reason, I wasn't getting my animals. Yeah. I thought for sure the tutorial wouldn't do that to me, right? So I couldn't get my animals into the pasture for some reason. I don't know. Maybe the grass was just always dead, so they didn't have anything to eat. So my yak bull that I had actually died, came back to life, and killed everybody in the fortress. And so that was kind of an educational thing. And so yeah, we kind of have fun with that. So then I started a new one and kind of, build on what I had already learned. But it does seem like these lungfish are not something that they're going to harvest. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. Racer, we'll do it. So the racer there, whoops, no it's not. Actually, I think if I just click on this, whoops, and say view stockpile and then get rid of it here, it'll get rid of all of those. So yeah. Oop, there's another one. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I had learned the other day was I was trying to like the honey badger. One of the human merchants had killed the honey badger and I wanted to harvest it. And it rotted before I got a chance, but But yeah, it was one of those. They said, yeah, if you, in order to get it to where it's recognized, you got to put it under. There's where the honey badger was. You got to put it under a stockpile under it, and then that way. So. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh, but that is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. I'm a big planner, and so that's what I tried to do. But what do they say? Your plan only lasts until the first shot is fired, right? So it's the art of war, and so that's been kind of thing. So right. Well, and I think that's what they said is if you put a stockpile under it, it kind of overcomes that. And honestly, I thought my butcher was pretty close to the top, but you're never really sure exactly how far it is away when it comes to steps. So, because they go up and down the steps and everything else. So, but yeah, I guess I could have always built another butcher shop and threw it out there, but they don't like working as a. Yeah, I don't know. That was something I read today, and so far it hasn't worked. So it may be that it was something old and they got rid of that, but yeah, that was something I was thinking of. So from that perspective, how can I shrink a stockpile? Because that's one I haven't figured out how to do yet. Because that's one that, like for instance, I want to shrink this one down and make it into a second stockpile where I'll just put food and kind of go that route rather than cancel the whole stockpile and create 3 new ones. I could do that, but figured it would be easier to kind of work it that way. So. But yeah, I haven't figured out how I can shrink them. So when I redraw them, they only get bigger. So click the stockpile button and then click the stockpile. Okay, so click the stockpile and then click this one. Okay. Toggle whether stockpile can take items from anywhere, only specific. Okay. Yeah, so this one here repaints the stockpile. Unfortunately, it only makes it bigger. It doesn't shrink it. Okay, so click that. All right. And yeah, if I just do this, for instance, if I, yeah. How do I want to do it? I really want to do it like this. Whoops, sorry. New stockpile. Repaint. Repainting from there. I don't want to do that. Oh, so that's what it is. If I do repaint, okay, so it's starting from that one. So if I did this, then I could do it. Okay. Yeah, see, that didn't change it. So, yeah, and I think they are a little bit different. So I think what I'll just do is I'll just have to cancel it. And so if I cancel it, let me go and look at my custom. So bars and blocks I move, corpse refuge, stone, wood, bolts I put in another place. Food, why is food? Oh, I took the seeds out. Okay. Yeah, so I got seeds somewhere else. So, but yeah, so I want to, so if I go here and then I cancel it, that'll get rid of it. And then I can go ahead and make a new one. So I'll go ahead and make one here for just food. And we'll call this, whoops. I always do that. Gotta hit accept. Accept, and then here what we'll do is we'll just call this one food, and we'll say all except for seeds. We'll get none of those, so we'll put those there, and that includes drinks, right? Yes, that includes drinks. Okay, so we'll leave that one, and that should take care of that. Yeah, the eraser, it's weird. There's an eraser button in the zones. You can make them smaller. Yes, yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's kind of one of those where it works a little different. So, and then here, I'll draw another one. And what we'll do is we'll call this one. Actually, let's go ahead and do this one. And we'll say this is going to be everything else. Oops. Oh, I did it again. If I had a nickel for every time I did that. Accept. Okay. Now go to custom. Okay, so this one we want all, but we don't want ammo. Actually, we don't want bolts. So We'll take out bolts. We can leave ammo. We don't want bars and blocks. We don't want food. We don't want stone. We don't want wood. So that'll take care of that. Alright. And then actually what we'll do here is then we'll add to this one. So that'll give us that one. See the eraser while you're drawing this new stockpile? Oh, so this one. Okay. I'll have to try that next time. Yeah, I was trying this eraser, and that's probably why it didn't work. Okay, I'll try that. Yeah, because, I mean, either way, it kind of worked. So, I mean, all these stones should be moved up to the other one anyway, but I'm pretty sure, I should say down to the other one. But I'm pretty sure if we look at it, oops, it's already full. Almost. So, these guys are not mining. So, I'm not really sure what they're doing, to be honest. So, actually, we can see. So, prepare lavish meal, weave thread, store items, store items, store items. So, they are hauling stuff. So, process plants, store item. So, one other one that I read today, which was interesting, was, I wanted to check this. It said the jeweler shop actually is blocked on the east, which this one is. So now these guys can come in from this way, they can come out. So it looks like maybe they can't go this way, but they can go around this way. So yeah, so the way I've got them, it looks like I'm not going to trap anybody. I was afraid maybe I was going to trap somebody in the what is that, the kitchen. And so, but yeah, they're actually making some stuff for the kitchen, so that's good. So, rattlesnake spleen. Wow. That sounds good. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, see, this one, that's what I was wondering, is I read somewhere that it said that the jeweler one couldn't get through the east, and I was like, you know, I got to check and see where I put my jeweler one just to see. So, okay, so that's not true anymore. Excellent. Good to know. Good to know. So, but I did have one of my hunters. So this guy here was my first hunter, and she's very fearful, poor empathy. I mean, she's just got, yeah, she was horrible at hunting, just horrible. And yeah, that's cool. Good to go. Good to know. And so yeah, she's an expert mark dwarf, right? But she would, as soon as she would shoot at him, she'd get scared and run away. And so she was actually completely angry because I guess she was just so bad at stuff. And so, and it was weird. Nothing, even the lavish meals wouldn't help, didn't seem to help. So then all of a sudden I had some poets show up in my tavern, and that really turned it around. So now she's actually gotten much better. So in fact, let me check where she's at now. So yeah, so she's actually super happy. And so which, yeah, she went from being, you know, the angriest person to being super happy. So I'm like, okay, well, there's obviously hope. So like this one, I don't know what's causing their problem. Lonely after being away from family. It really doesn't have a whole lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure why they're doing it. But yeah, we did have we had a couple poets show up, which was really nice because that actually did a awesome job and got those taken care of and kind of really improved morale. So that was good. Like you said, when the kids showed up, the kids really improved morale. So that was good. So, but yeah, pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let them kind of sort out this stockpile nightmare. Okay. That's what I was wondering. So yeah, that's what I was wondering because I wasn't sure. So we're actually brewing more plants. That's good. Maybe because the rock jugs are working out better. So that's good. So Fortress attracted no migrants this season. Yeah. So one of the things I did, there's a guy I follow Halcyon, which is a server, and they do a lot of Dwarf Fortress. Or one of their guys does Blind IRL is his name. He's a streamer, and so I've followed a lot of his stuff. So okay, and that's what I thought. So when he was in the red space area, that's what I was kind of worried about because I didn't want it to go any further. So. But yeah, when I watched Blind today, I looked at one of his. And he showed how his settings are, and he actually had helped me to set up those pop-ups. Because one of the things is I never seem to notice the messages that come up over here that are kind of important, and so the pop-ups really help. So, but they're getting this all straightened out. That's awesome. So, and then they're probably hauling out of here. So. Yeah, it looks like we still got some stuff in there. So, but yeah, they're kind of moving it. No trader required, so that's good. So, but yeah, thanks for that. I appreciate the help because that's kind of awesome. It's always good to know. I was always, as they were trending down to the red face, I was always super worried. So I was trying to do whatever I could to try and get it fixed. So, go ahead and gather these. Since we're getting them all processed. Especially, I was expecting, like last winter, I was actually expecting snow, but I guess I'm in an area where there's snow doesn't happen, so that was kind of nice. But none of the plants died or anything. I was like, well, that's not like a real winter. So yeah, so I think we're in a pretty good spot. So yeah, it was good to know. So. I really miss, I don't know if you've ever played RimWorld, but I really miss RimWorld. With RimWorld, there's a couple mods you can add where you can click on them. So it's taking a Fey Mood. Okay, so the Fey Mood is where he's going to try and make something special. So we'll go ahead and wait for that. So, all right, so I don't know why all this cloth is here because it should go in bins. Let me see, maybe I don't have the bin set up. Nope. Max bins, so yeah, there should be bins. And I know I've got some bins available. You know what? They're probably down in the thing. So we'll get those set up. So, and then this one, I guess I wonder, should I turn off the barrels? Usually when you have a downward trend, you have one or two problems, or potentially both unmet needs or an industrial scale or PTSD. Yeah, I wondered about that. So. Should I turn off the barrels here or go ahead and leave the barrels and just use jugs from now on? Because I'm not building any more barrels, so at least they'll start using the, pots from now on. So, I'm curious what's in these. So, 2 green wheat, so they're putting food in there, so that's fine. So they're using, oh, there's the pots. So there's a pot right there. So, yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. No sense in removing them from there, so... But it's weird. I see they've got all these gems that are sitting out here. And for some reason, they haven't put those in a barrel or a bin yet, which I would have expected them to. So, but yeah. This one, for some reason, it just has bins. It says no barrels. So, which is kind of weird. This one has all barrels, no bins. So, maybe because of the food. So... But I do see there's a pot here, so that's kind of nice. Looks like I only built one, but and we're making progress. And actually, I wonder, did I did set up a work order for it. Yeah, I did set up a work order for it. So yeah, it shows that it's only built 2 so far. So yeah, that's what I figured. Right now, they're just moving them, getting them kind of moved to the right stockpile, so that's good. So. Let him go. So, no rough gems. Okay, so that means we're out of gems. The Limonite ore has been completed. Okay, the caravan has arrived. Okay, they haven't left yet, so yeah, they're probably hauling that stuff down. My cats are on the prowl, so... Let's see... Plump seeds. I don't have any plump seeds, so let's go ahead and plant more pigtails. Let's do that. And yeah, so I want to eventually move those back up there, so then I'll have everything in the right spot, so we'll get these out of here. In fact, one of the things I was going to do is I was going to Actually, I was waiting for them to mine that out. Yeah, so my miners still haven't got this done yet. So let me go ahead and let me cancel this out and let me put it at a higher priority. Let's say 2. Go ahead and get that, and then what I can do is put those in there. So hopefully they'll get that taken care of. There they go. Okay. Yeah, so he claimed the Craft Dwarf workshop, so he's gonna make something. I didn't realize there was a chance that it wouldn't get completed, so, but that was one of the ones, like I said, blind. He actually said, hey, you wanna have that pop up so you can kind of know what's going on and everything else. So stray cat has been stung by a honeybee. That happens every once in a while. I think I got my honeybees too close to the entrance. So, but I'm going to go ahead and build a stone workshop up here. Stone worker. Go ahead and build that from, let's go ahead and use shale. We'll go ahead and do that. Big iron, honeybee. All right, they're still going. Drink from plant has been completed. So yeah, so they're throwing, I think they might be throwing those in pots. So yeah, they're bringing these bins up and putting the bars in those, so that's good. So that'll at least get that taken care of. Okay, so what do we got here? I'm gonna go ahead and say, why was I building another one? I just was moving the rock one up here, but I'm curious. Yeah, that's not built here anyway. It's built in the craft one. So yeah, actually, we probably should build a craft one up here too. So we'll let these guys get this mined out. So yeah, so it's claimed a Craft Dwarf workshop. So let me go ahead and build a Craft Dwarf workshop. That's where they're actually building the. That's where they're actually building the pots. So I think I was going to build some more pots. We got a lot of shale. All right, the bard is visiting. It's a human bard. Huh. That's good. That'll cheer everybody up. A new one. It says rock. And make rock pot. I'm going to tell it to go ahead and repeat that for a while. So early moves like this should go quick. Yeah. Yeah, I've had 2 or 3 of them already. And they usually do. Like you said, this one's kind of going longer. So I'm going to go up there and check out that workshop. See what he's doing. So he's here. Yep, so it seems like he's doing all right. I must have silk cloth. I must have logs. I think we have any. Yeah, that's what I did. So, silk cloth. There are logs. I don't know if there's any. There's cut gems. There's rock. Plant cloth. We do have plant cloth. I don't know if we have any silk cloth. Maybe that's what's taking a while. He's not getting what he's looking for. I hope not. Yeah, I didn't actually watch any of the others. They just kind of did it. So, empty food storage. Yeah, that's why I'm making the. That's why I'm making the pots. Yeah, we've got logs, we've got cut gems, we've got rock, we've got plant cloth. Well, like I said, I don't think we have silk cloth, but not sure what really is considered silk cloth. But yeah, all the things he's asking for we have, except for the silk cloth. And I actually bought a bunch of cloth, so there might be some silk cloth in that. So, bookkeeper got stung by a honeybee. So the fact that he keeps asking for them over and over, see, it's going through the list over and over. You compare against what he's already collected. It's silk cloth. That's the hang up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so he doesn't have what he needs, so that's probably right. So, well, he doesn't have logs in there either. This one's what the building's made out of, so, but he doesn't have any gems, but we do have gems. Okay. You got not the rocks. So yeah, it looks like he's probably going to fail. Like I said, the other ones didn't, so that was kind of nice. Yeah, I'm trying to make those. Llama has been stung by honeybees. Everybody's getting stung by honeybees, so we're going to have to fix that one. Maybe move the bees somewhere else. Okay. Yeah, and I don't think... Let me check. So if we go to cloth, so rope reed cloth, pigtail cloth, hemp cloth, cotton cloth, naff cloth. I don't know what naff cloth is, if that's silk or not, but obviously not. So yeah, so we don't have any silk cloth. So that might be the hang up. He's okay. I don't. Let me see which one. Oh, he's my expedition leader, so I probably shouldn't kill him off. So, yeah, he's my expedition leader. So, so it's late autumn. So yeah. So I should have checked. I didn't think about that, but I should have checked if when the dwarves came. You know what? Actually, did they leave? No, they have not left. Let me see. Maybe they have some silk cloth. There are no merchants trading now. Okay. Yeah, so maybe they did already leave. Doesn't say they've left. Let me see if it'll work. It'll let me. No, no merchants. Yeah, we've got several bards visiting. Yeah, it's not letting me do it. So I was thinking maybe I could. That notice doesn't appear until you dismiss it. Okay. Oh, this one? Okay. I thought that one actually changed and it added to it. So maybe not. Magnetite ore, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that I might still be able to trade with them. I think that's the... No, that's a child. Yeah, no merchants. So they might... Yeah, okay. So maybe they already left. It looks like they left because they don't have... None of their stuff is sitting there, so... Yeah, I thought there was another one that actually appeared or that added to it to say they're getting ready to leave and then they left. So, but it makes sense because they're not around. So yeah, they're actually hauling stuff in here now. So, and they haven't hauled any food in here, so that's good. So I like that. So if you like the dwarf and want to save him, you can take the following actions. The ultimate goal is to get some silk, which you usually find in Cavern 1. Where is Cavern 1? Keep digging. Why is he locked? put them all up there, okay. While you're looking for Cavern 1, the silk webbing you can juggle the mood by forbidding one of the collected items. The dwarf will go to replace it. This resets the insanity timer. Okay. If you do this periodic, you can put off insanity indefinitely. Okay. I did see some webs at one point, but I haven't seen any lately. And it actually says to automatically collect the webs, so I thought maybe they had already collected them. So let me see. They be under. Got thread. Lots of cotton thread, nav thread, that's it. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't say webs. Somewhere under your feet, I would guess it's somewhere in that area where you found the lake. Okay, you may not have to look far, okay? Well, let me try that. Alright, so we'll just try and dig a little further over. See what happens there. Actually, that's probably going to be some. Forbid a piece of rock. So go into the workshop and actually forbid one of the pieces of rock in there. Oh, that's not the right one. This one. So go ahead and forbid this one. So lock it here. So if I say that, that forbids it. Is that what the lock does, is forbid it? Okay, cool. Yep, so we'll give that a try. See what happens. So that actually stopped him. So actually he went and got a different rock. He just went and got a different one. All right. So yeah. Unfortunately, I got a lot of rocks. So that's probably not going to work. Okay. So that'll give me some time to try and dig down and find this. Okay. That's a lot lower than I thought it was. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to dig here. Try to dig out here and get these guys digging. Whoops. Jasper, okay, that's fine. Jasper's not really what I'm going for, so then I'm going to try and dig down here just to see if this gives me something that doesn't fall in the water. Nope, that's wet. So maybe my lake is bigger, or maybe it's another aquifer. Dig back down there, see if it'll work. Yeah, I thought it was a lake because over here it showed that it was actually, if you look on this one, is it pause? I gotta pause. Okay. Here it shows muddy water, upward slope. Muddy water, upward slope. Here is the stairways that I built. And then this was where the water was. So, but it does show the water's leaking from all around. So. Yeah, I didn't either. But either that or it's just a big lake. Yeah. Yeah, so it's probably just it's in a lake. So what I'll do is I'll just go a little further, because if it is a lake, I should be able to get by it. So let's go here. What we may do is go in this direction too, and this direction. Let's see what we can find. Yeah, we'll see what's. here. So this one, yep, that's got water too. So yeah, if it looks like it's a pretty big lake, if that's what it is. Whoops, what happened there? Yeah, so it looks like it's a pretty big lake. So let me try down this way. Actually, so let's do. I'll just leave them all at 2. So. No, there's water there. And I'll do another stair here. Let's finish this one. Yep, that's got water too. My goodness. Yeah, so it's a really big lake. If it is a lake. I'll finish this one. All right, and then we'll do a stair here. Yeah, I have a feeling this was going to be wet too. Yeah, so it looks like it's another aquifer, but my aquifer was only 1 level, so it was not very big, but I feel like you have a second. Oh, that's a conglomerate down there. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So what I'm going to do, let me go ahead and dig this out. And then we'll try to go down another level. I'll build walls here. All right. So actually, these aren't wet. So this is kind of weird. You see that? So let me go ahead and dig these out. Yeah, those aren't wet. So there's something there. Okay, so now those are all wet, but like that one's not wet. These aren't wet. Yeah. Yeah, so let me dig that one out and dig that one out. Yeah, so it's weird because not all of these are wet. So we're getting that there, so. Then we'll wall the corner. Let's do build, construction, wall. And we'll go ahead and build that one. And chirp blocks. Build, construction, wall, keep building. Chirp blocks. Alright. And actually, if you look here, none of these are wet now. Oh, wait. Hold on. I gotta do the mine. Yeah, so only this one's not wet. So these 2 aren't wet. Which is really strange. But I really wish it would show you that while the others are going on. So you can see. All right, so let's get those built. Come on. All right. What we'll do is we'll build these. Construction wall. Where's my chirp? There it is. All right. Yeah, I'm using blocks. So they say they're but you're right. I shouldn't have used a chert because they're actually stone. So I should have used the wood ones, but I'll do that on the next one. I don't think so. I think I made them out of, yeah, it says, what's this one? Yeah, chert block wall. Yeah. So I made blocks out of chert because the dwarves said they would buy the blocks from me, and they really didn't give me very much for them. So now I'm going to use up those blocks. So the blocks, they say, are a lot lighter. So come on, you got one here. Let's get this one. Maybe it's not doing it because of the water. Body conglomerate, yeah. So it says it's a wall. And where did chert blocks go? Yeah, so chert blocks, but I should be using the wood blocks. Avocado. Yeah, so it looks like I sold all the wood blocks. There's cashew wood blocks. So yeah, let's go ahead and use that. I don't care what it looks like, but that'll keep it from. But yeah, hopefully. So I don't know why they're not building this one. There he comes. Nope. Muddy conglomerate, kind of for water. Dusting of mud. So I'm not sure why it's not completing. Let's say resume construction. There we go. That's what I needed. Okay. I pause it again. Yeah, so the water's leaking in here. So there we go. So that took care of that. So now I'll go ahead and see if I can build another stairway down from here. So we'll see if that works. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm actually over my time. So we're gonna get this taken care of, and oh yeah. No wonder they're not digging. But yeah, I'm over my time. So that's water again. So yeah, so it's actually gonna be another one. So let's go ahead and see if we can get that one down. All right. Should probably head to sleep anyway. No, actually, I'm going to head out just in a second. I usually try to do 2 hours a night, and then that way I can kind of try and keep things going. But yeah, so I'm going to take a look at it here in a second, and we'll just save it off. So I want to build a wall. Oops, right there. And I don't have any cashew wood block. I don't have very many wood blocks. I should make some more wood blocks. And then we'll go ahead and do the chert blocks. Because I want to definitely do the blocks. Yep, it's actually saving. So pretty good time. So, but yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for all the help. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow night. So yeah, I stream Sunday night through Thursday night, 10 p.m. to midnight Central Time. And then usually on Saturday, I take Fridays off. Friday's my date night with the wife. And then Saturday, I try to stream usually 4 or 5 hours on the afternoon on a Friday. So, or Saturday, excuse me. I'm one of those, though. I have trouble trying to let something go. So, so that's regular chert. We want chert blocks. I'll go ahead and get this one finished. And then we'll save her off. So. But yeah, thanks again. Especially appreciate it after you're working all day and coming in and helping. I really appreciate the help. So thanks again. Always good to have somebody helping, so. All right, they're building them, they're building them, they're building them. We'll get all these done. Gotta move the stuff. Gotta move the stuff. There we go. All right, so we got that one sealed off. Actually, if we look here, yeah, so that one's all the way around. So this might be a thicker aquifer. If we go up, that one shows that it's got some blocks that are not. So I wonder if we dig off of those, maybe we can head over and let some of that water out. But yeah, we'll worry about that tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. And we'll call it a night. So thanks again. Appreciate it. Thanks for everyone for watching. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the help. You guys are awesome. And we will see you guys tomorrow. So take care. Have a good night.